Hello everybody and welcome to this week's crochet pattern. I'll be showing you how to make this pattern, this granny. This is the pattern for week 7 of the Scheepjes Crochet ALong. To make this granny you need this pattern, Scheepjes Crochet ALong pattern for week 7. This granny has been designed by Wink, and you can download the pattern from her website, acreativebeing.com. I also put a link in the description below this video where you can download this pattern from. Now, to make this granny, of course you need yarn. If you're using these Scheepjes packages, you'll be using one of these two yarns. If you're using package 1, you'll be needing this yarn, cotton 8 from Scheepjes, with color number 661. It's a beautiful deep purple color. If you're using package 2, you'll be needing this yarn, also cotton 8 by Scheepjes, and color 669. I'll be making this granny for you using this green yarn, so I'll be making this granny for you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and lots of luck and success. We start with a magic ring, followed by a chain 3 for our first double crochet. And now in the ring we're going to make 15 more double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, continue like this until you've made 15 of these double crochets. And that's all 15 done, plus of course this first chain 3 gives you in total 16 double crochets for the first round. I'm going to pull the magic ring tight, close it, and join with the slip stitch in the third of the 3 chain stitches, like so. And that is round 1 all done. Now in round 2 we're going to be making the spokes. We're going to start with a chain 6 from our current position. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now on this chain 6 we're going to work back, and that's going to be the first spoke. Then we're going to skip skip the first chain 1 and make 2 single crochets in the next 2 chain stitches. So we're going to skip this first one, and in the next one we're going to make a single crochet, and in the next one as well a single crochet. So that's 2 single crochets in the first, and stitches 2 and 3. Now in stitches 4 and 5 we're going to be making a half double crochet. So in the next stitch it's a half double crochet, as well as in chain stitch number 5 it's also a half double crochet, and in number 6, so that's the one closest to the ring, you're going to be making a regular double crochet. So now you can see that your first spoke has taken shape. Now we're now connected to this stitch here. To the next stitch we're going to be making a slip stitch, so that's to connect these 2 spokes, like so, and make a slip stitch to the next, like so. And now we can repeat everything that we've just done here. going to show you again one more time, and then all of that you're going to repeat in total 8 times, so this plus another 7, so that you have 8 spokes in total. So I'm going to show you one more spoke from beginning to end. So we're making a chain 6. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like so. Now skip that first chain stitch, and in the second make a regular single crochet. Also in the next make a regular single crochet, like so. Then in the next 2 stitches, chain stitches, make a half double crochet. So 1, and the next one also. Now this is sometimes a little difficult. Just take your time for this. Don't rush, and I'm sure you'll get there. And then in the last stitch make a regular double crochet. So that's like so. Now slip stitch on the next stitch, like so. That's 1, and a slip stitch to the next 2, so 2 slip stitches, and now repeat again what we've just done with the spokes. And do all of this until you have in total 8 spokes. And when you're at the end, I'll quickly show you how to close this round. So when you've repeated this enough times, you have 8 spokes. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the last spoke. I'm going to connect it with a slip stitch in this last stitch, like so. And here you can cut off your yarn, pull through, and work this in to the back, this edge, work this in, and then you're ready for round 3. Round 3, we begin with a regular slip knot on our hook. So this is just like you would with any normal piece of crocheting you would do. It's a regular knot. And now we're going to start in one of the points of the star, the spokes, the flowers we just made. It really doesn't matter where you start. So pick a point, and you're going to enter into in essence that first stitch that you skipped. So you will have a small little hole here because you skipped that first stitch. So you will have a small bow there. You enter into that like so and make a single crochet. Then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so, and in the next space of the next spoke you're going to be making a double crochet, chain 2 and a double crochet. And here it is also again the art to find that little space that you have there. And sometimes it is more easy than other times to find it correctly. So that's 1 double crochet, chain 2, and in the same space another double crochet, like so, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in this edge, this point, going to be making a single crochet. So also here find that space. There we go. Single crochet, like so. And again chain 5. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in this one again a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. So 1 double crochet, chain 2, and in the same space the next double crochet, like so. Then chain 5 again, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on this point you will again be making a single crochet. So look for that space, single crochet, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the following space again a double crochet. And by doing this we are making a framework of chains that we can connect the rest of the granny to. No, that's not the right stitch. There we go. I think that's the right stitch. There you go. 1 double crochet, chain 2, and in the same space a second double crochet, like so. And we're going to repeat this once more so that we also have these two connected. So that's again chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this one we're making a single crochet, so it's chain 5 and in between this double crochet series and a single crochet. And because these spokes do tend to roll over a little bit, you need to flatten them out sometimes to really get into that first stitch, like so. Single crochet, and then again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now you're onto the last point, and here you need to make the double crochets in that first loop. There we go. So double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet. And of course these double crochets are going to become the corners of the granny, and the single crochets are going to become the straight edges. 5, and we close with a slip stitch in the first stitch, like so. I'm losing half the yarn, like so. Yes. And you're done with round 3. Round 6. We're going to start with a chain 3 for a first double crochet, so, and then in this chain 6 or chain 5 space, I should say, we're going to be making 6 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, like so. And then we're now getting to this first corner here. In this first double crochet, we're making a double crochet, so then in the chain 2 space we're making 2 double crochets followed by chain 2 and 2 double crochets. Excuse me. And in this next stitch also making a double crochet like so, like so, and then in the next chain 5 space we're going to be making again 6 double crochets. So that's the rhythm we have here in all of these chain 5 spaces. Going to be making 6 double crochets, 2, 3, 4, so this is number 5 and 6, like so. And now we're on to this first single crochet here, so you want to make a double crochet on that stitch like so, and then again in the next chain 5 space make 6 double crochets. These two numbers are just too close together, I keep mixing them up. But do make sure you make 6 double crochets, because if you make less your pattern is not gonna work out. You're gonna have too few stitches at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like so. And now you've reached the next corner again. So here that's 1 double crochet in that first double crochet stitch, like so. In the corner itself making 2 double crochets, so that's 1, 2, followed by chain 2 and 2 more double crochets. So this is a normal corner stitch like so, and then on this first stitch here make another double crochet like so. And this you're now going to repeat here as well, and on this side as well, and here on the first side, and close with a slip stitch in the third of the 3 chain stitches. Row 5 we're on to already. Going to start with the chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, where the first 3 chain stitches are for first double crochet, and number 4 because we want to skip a stitch. So we're going to skip this first stitch here, and then the next one make a double crochet like so. Then again chain 1, skip a stitch, that's this stitch here, and make a double crochet in the next stitch, so. And then we're going to make 4 more because we're going to be making 5 double crochets here. So that's 2, 3, 4, and 1 more. So that's 5. So. Then we're going to make chain 1, skip a stitch, so that's this stitch here just before the corner, and then in the corner making 2 double crochets, chain 2 followed by 2 more double crochets. So this is the normal corner stitch we always make, like so. Now we're going to be doing the same but mirrored, so chain 1, skip a stitch. So that's that first stitch here that we're going to skip, and then we're making 5 double crochets. So that's 1, the next 5 stitches, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to be making a series of single chain 1s and double crochets. We're making a small mesh. So it's chain 1, skip a stitch. That's this first one, and here make a double crochet like so. Again, chain 1, skip a stitch. That's this one. So here make a double crochet like so. Again, chain 1, skip a stitch. That's this one. So here make a double crochet like so, and another one, chain 1, skip a stitch. That's this one. And here the next stitch make a double crochet like so. So in total we now have 4 spaces, 4 openings. And now it's 4 more double crochets, because this was the first one of number 5 that we just made. So that's 2, 3, 4, and 5, like so. Chain 1, skip a stitch. So it's this last one just before the corner, and then do the normal corner stitch of 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets. So that you're going to be doing there. And then everything you've done here, repeat on this side and on this side, and I'll meet you up for the last end of round 5. So on to the last part of round 5. I've just done the 5 double crochets off to the corner and skip. So 5 double crochets. Now it's a chain 1, skip a stitch, so that's this stitch here. And here make a double crochet in the next stitch. So chain 1, and now we're going to close by joining into the third of the 4 chain stitches from the beginning. So that's like so, and that makes round 5 all done. Now round 6, 7, 8 and 9 are incredibly similar to round 5, so if you can do round 5 you can actually do the rest as well. So I'm going to be reasonably short in the next round, and I'm only going to show the first quarter from here to here, and then you can repeat everything round. We start again with a chain 4. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then a double crochet on this stitch here, so it's skipping this chain 1, and on this stitch make a double crochet like so, chain 1, and then on these series of stitches make a double crochet. So that's 5, and then we're going to make 2 more. I'll show in a moment. So it'll be 7 in total, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 double crochets on those first 5 stitches. And in the chain 1 space we make a double crochet, so that's number 6, like so. And then on the next stitch here, directly following the chain 1, make another double crochet, so that's number 7. So you've now had 7 double crochets in a row. Chain 1, skip a stitch, there's this stitch here just before the corner, and make the regular corner stitch with 2 double crochets followed by chain 2 and 2 more double crochets like so. It's 1 and 2. Now going to make chain 1, skipping a first stitch. That's this stitch directly following the corner here. That one you're going to skip, and in the next one make a double crochet. And now again you're going to be making 7 in total. So the next one is here in the chain 1 space, like so, and then 5 more on the next 5 stitches. So it's basically until you reach the first chain 1 space of the middle 4 spaces. That should be 1 more, like so. Now you have 7 here in total. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like so. And now you're going to be making chain 1s, and you're going to be making a double crochet on all of these center posts here with chain 1s in between. So you're going to be making a mesh that's exactly the same as the one on round 5. So you're going to be copying that. So that's chain 1, and on the double crochet stitch make double crochet, chain 1, and on the next double crochet stitch make another double crochet, chain 1, and on the third double crochet stitch like so, chain 1, and then here on this last one make a double crochet. And this is the first of the 7 that you're going to be making on this row, which is exactly the same as the 7 you made on the beginning just before the corner. So that's the first quarter. Repeat this all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the third of the 4 chain stitches we made at the beginning, and then I'll see you again for round 7. Round 7, we start in exactly the same way as the previous 2 rounds with a chain 4. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Make a double crochet on this post here, like so, chain 1, and then on the next 9 stitches I'm going to be making 9 double crochets. Sorry about that, I do have a slight cold. My throat is very irritated at the moment. See, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So those are the first 7 stitches. Then number 8 is in the chain 1 position that you're now entering into, like so. And number 9 is the stitch directly after the chain 1. That's so. Chain 1, skip a stitch, it's this stitch here, and just before the corner, and then in the corner you make 2 double crochets followed by a chain 2, and then 2 double crochets again. That's 1 and 2, like so. And now I'm going to do the first part of this straight edge with you. So it's chain 1, skip a stitch. That's that first stitch here directly after the corner, and then on this one you're going to enter into, like so. Your next stitch is in the chain 1 position, so. And now on the next 7 stitches, make 7 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like so. Now you've gone around the corner, it looks nice and tidy. And now we're going to be making this mesh here again. So we repeat exactly what we did on the round before. That's going to be chain 1, skip the space, and on the post stitch make the double crochet. Chain 1, and skip the space, and on the post make a double crochet. So chain 1 and do exactly the same, like so. Chain 1, and now I'm going to be making the first double crochet, of which has to be 9 in total. So I'm going to stop here for the moment. So everything you've done here, repeat on this corner, and this corner, and close with a slip stitch in the third of the 4 chain stitches. And I'll see you again for round 8. So on row 8, you now again start very similar to the previous rows with a chain 4, 3 and 4, double crochet on this first post here, like so. Chain 1, and then on this next double crochet, like so, make a double crochet, and on all of these next stitches I'm going to be making a double crochet, and that's going to be 11 in total. So that's 9 plus 1 in the space plus 1 on this first double crochet here, directly following the chain 1 space. So I'm going to be making a slight jump with you to the corner, so making all of these 9 stitches. Just under 9 double crochets, and in the chain 1 space make number 10, and in the space directly after we make number 11, like so. Chain 1, then in the skip this stitch here just before the corner, in the corner do 2 double crochets followed by chain 2, 1, 2, and of course 2 more double crochets. That's 1 and 2, like so. Chain 1, skip this first stitch here, so this first stitch you're going to skip, and the next one make a double crochet. In the chain 1 space make a double crochet, that's 2, and then on the next 9 stitches make 9 double crochets, so to give you 11 in total. So just done those 9 double crochets, so you have 11 here in total on this straight edge of the corner. And now we're going to be making this mesh again, just like we did in the previous rounds. So chain 1, then on the post make the double crochet, followed by chain 1, on the next post make the double crochet, chain 1, skip again this center chain 1, and on the post make the double crochet, chain 1, and on the first stitch here I'm going to be making double crochet, and this is again going to be the first one of 11 that you need to make here until the corner. So this is the first edge. Do exactly the same on 4 more corners, and I'll see you for round 9. Round 9, last round of the granny. Again, very similar to everything we've done up till now on these last few rounds. Start with a chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip the first stitch, so on the post make a double crochet like so, chain 1, and then on this post, on the first double crochet stitch, make another double crochet like so, and now you're going to be making 13 in total on this straight edge. So that's including the one on the chain 1 in the chain 1 space, and the one directly after it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Always keep counting your double crochets. I mean, as such, the pattern is that logical that you could just work from, in essence, from marker to marker, that you know, okay, directly before the corner I need to skip a stitch, etc. But it's always still good practice to keep on counting your double crochets, because even if a pattern is very logical and you work from marker to marker, it's still possible to make a mistake, that you just accidentally skip a stitch, or accidentally make a stitch more than needed somewhere. So those are the first ones, and this is number 12 in this space, and number 13, the stitch just after the chain 1 space, like so. Chain 1, skip this stitch here, and in the corner we do 1, 2 double crochets like so, chain 2, 1, 2, followed by 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, like so. And now doing exactly the same on this side here. It's going to be chain 1, skip this first stitch, and in the second one make a double crochet, and on the chain 1 space make a double crochet, and in the next stitch a double crochet. Those are the first 3, and then make 10 more on the next 10 stitches. So those are the 10 stitches, and then I'm just going to make this last mesh with you. That's chain 1, skip the space, and on the post make a double crochet, chain 1, and the next post make a double crochet like so, chain 1, and double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet on that first stitch of the next group, like so. And then this corner that you've just made, you're going to repeat 4 more times and join at the end in the third of the 4th chain stitches from the beginning. And then I'd like to show you some variations that you could consider on this granny. So when you're all done with your granny and you've blocked it, this is what it looks like. Some variations you could consider on this granny are, of course, making the flower on the inside a different color, or you could consider making one of these rows a different color, or making them alternating colors. All things you could consider. What I've also seen people do is that they fill up this flower slightly more because they don't like the gaps that this pattern has. Now this you could do in several ways, and I've made two additional videos showing you how to make these two variations. Now both of them have a 16-armed flower instead of an 8-armed flower, and in this variation they're all on the same level, as you can see here, and in this variation they're actually the one layer is on top of the other. So these are two variations that you could make for the center of the granny, and I'll upload these two videos for you as well. Now, looking back on what we've made, it's a lovely granny. I hope this video was useful for you and you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching, and until the next time, goodbye.